Good morning. Good morning and welcome to our yoga practice. We are settling in and finding our space. Good morning. Oh, you can use this time for gentle movement to settle and quiet the mind. Maybe gathering anything nearby that you may need. A water, a block, a tissue. But probably another minute or so before we get going, and we will begin in a seated posture. You can start working your way that way if you like. Ooh, pardon me. And we're just coming onto the mat, making our space. We'll start heading to that seated posture. If you're not there already, somewhere the sit bones can connect, the legs can be crossed, stacked, out, whatever is most comfortable for you. Somewhere you can sit and allow the lower half of the body to relax as we sit tall. Arms can rest on the lap, on the knees, by our side. And take a moment, maybe closing the eyes here, softening the gaze. As you start to block out the exterior world and focus in, connect with the body, scan from the soles of the feet up to the crown of the head. Grow your awareness of how you feel this morning. Check in, notice those places that are feeling vibrant and alive already. Those places that may need a little support through the practice. You notice any places where you're holding some tension that you can let go, I invite you to do so. Maybe that's allowing the shoulders to fall farther away from the ears. Maybe it's letting the legs grow a little heavier. And as we build this awareness of the body, we'll invite the breath in as well. Deepen the breath. Breathe in and out through the nose. See if you can match the length of the inhale to the length of the exhale. Sometimes it can help to give yourself a little 3 or 4 count in your mind. We'll try to keep this balanced breath as we move through our practice, knowing that it may sneak away from us at times, but we can always get it back. And as you build this awareness of body and breath, notice where the mind is. Sit here with you in the present, connected to the practice. Is it still stuck on something from the past, something from yesterday? Has it jumped ahead to what may come next, to that to do? Gently draw the thoughts in, invite them to be present with you. The eyes are closed, we'll flutter them open, invite the light back in. We sit tall, we'll take hands down at side body, inhale them up as we reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice big inhale as we reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Starting to feel that length through the side as we inhale and reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Once more, we'll inhale the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. We'll take the left hand down to the mat. Inhale the right up, find that length. On the exhale, take it over. Sit bones stay connected. Notice if you start to tense up through the legs. If you do, take that exhale, help you release, relax into the shape a bit more. We'll inhale up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale up the left. Find length as you take it over. Exhaling into the stretch. Awareness running from the hip to the fingertips as you open side body. Have a little ease through that upper shoulder and arm. We'll inhale up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale up the right. Exhale as you take it over. That lower hand is a nice support on the earth. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up the left as we balance it out. Exhaling over twice on each side here today. Keep the heart open. We'll inhale up. Exhale down. Right hand to left knee as we take a gentle twist. The gaze goes to our left. We're still warming up the body. Unwind as we take left hand to right knee. Right hand is on the earth, slightly behind us. Keep length in the spine. Gaze is at the side. Come back to center. Hands down alongside body as we inhale them up to shoulder height. Exhale as you give yourself a big hug, inviting in a little stretch between the shoulder blades, the upper back. Notice which arm is on top. You inhale open. We'll exhale back to that hug. Opposite arm goes on top. Inhale the arms open. Exhale as you release them down. We'll take the legs and set the right shin in front of the left. Shin is roughly parallel to the short edge of your mat if that's the way you're facing. Sit up nice and tall. Keep length in the spine as you start to walk the hands away. We're folding forward, really hinging at the hips, but we want the hips to stay connected down. We don't want to lift up here. Only fold as far as your body wants, mindful of how the hip is feeling. If right leg is in front of left, you'll feel the hip stretch on the right. If left leg is in front, you'll feel that stretch on the left. So whichever leg is in front, that's where the hip should feel the most stretch here. One more breath here. We'll walk the hands in as we lift up. and swap the legs. Get the sit bones connected. Lift the spine as we sit tall. Lead with the heart. Walk the hands away. Hands can stay tinted. You can go to flat palms. Your hips are really ooey gooey this morning and you're folding down farther. You might go to forearms. Keep the breath steady. Find a little ease in the legs. Maybe you melt down a little bit more. We'll start to walk the hands in as we lift up. We'll extend the legs out in front of us. Feet about hip width distance apart. Sit bones connected. Inhale the arms up, lengthen the spine. Exhale to our seated forward fold. Maybe you grab toes, ankles, shins, the mat. Try to lead with the heart. Keep that length in the spine. Maybe there's a little bend at the knee, a little micro bend there. We'll inhale up. And then with control, lower down. May have to scooch a bit. As we settle the head on the mat, the spine is long. Legs are extended. We'll inhale the arms up. Full body stretch. Reach from the fingers to the toes. On an exhale, draw both knees in. Nice full body hug. We'll hold on to right knee with right hand, left knee with left hand. Start to draw little circles. Taking the knees out and away from one another and then gently back together. You can grow these circles a little larger. We'll slow it down and then reverse direction. You might feel a little massage between the low back and the mat here. We'll keep the head and shoulders down, spine long. You invite in this movement for the hips. Find stillness. Give the legs a little squeeze. Extend both legs up to the sky. Soles of the feet shine up. Again, there could be a little micro bend at the knees. We'll point the toes, inviting that stretch down the front of the leg. Little point and flex. Maybe a little wiggle of the ankles. Find stillness with the feet as we bend at the knees. Bring the feet down to the mat. We'll heel toe the feet together and then let the knees fall away from one another. A supine bound angle, soles of the feet touching. Big stretch for our inner thigh. You can support the legs with the hands under the outer thigh. Could add a little stretch by settling the hands on the legs, not really pressing, just letting the weight of it deepen that stretch. Or hands could stay on the belly or down at your side. Wherever the hands are, we'll bring them to the outer thighs. We gently help the legs back up together. Take little windshield wiper side to side. And then find stillness at center. Slide the left leg long as you draw the right knee in. First half of our half wind relieving pose. Notice if you're really struggling in the arms here to hold the leg close. If you are, release it a little bit. It's okay if it's a little farther away from the body. We want that nice balance between effort and ease. We'll give that leg a little squeeze, send the heel up. With control, lower right leg down to the mat. When right heel hits, we'll draw the left knee in, the other half of the pose, balancing it out. It's a great posture for our digestion. Nice compression between the belly and the thigh. Check in with the breath. We'll give that leg a little squeeze. Send the heel high. With control, lower the left leg down. We'll bring the feet to the mat. Come up onto the toes and then lift the legs. And then tap the toes down and then back up. Engaging the core. Little toe tap. And then we'll meet with those legs up at 90. Extend the legs up to the sky as we straighten them. Again, micro bend at the knees if you like. Keep the core engaged. We'll lower right leg, maybe 10 degrees, maybe 45, maybe it hovers above the earth. And then we draw it back up. Nice and controlled, the left leg lowers, whichever variation serves you right now. And then we lift back up. Right leg lowers, it doesn't touch. Bring it up. Once more on the left side. Body is feeling strong. We draw the left leg back up. Draw the knees into the chest, that nice full body hug. We'll take peace fingers behind the knees, rock along the length of the spine, and use that momentum to bring us up. And then gently we will transition over, meeting somewhere near the middle of our mat in a tabletop, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Nice long spine to begin. On an inhale, lower the belly as you lift the gaze. Exhale as you round and arch the back. Our cat-cows. Inhale, belly lower. Exhale, belly lifts. And just continue these cat-cows at your own breath pace for a few rounds. You can invite in other gentle movement that is serving you, a little hip side to side, a little gentle rock back and forth. However you choose to do the posture, just connect the movement and the breath as you keep this awareness of the body. We'll take one more full round before meeting back at our neutral spine. Slide the hands forward, a handprint each. Fingers are spread wide as we set our foundation, curl our toes. Lift the knees as you shift the hips up and back. Down dog, our upside down V shape. Trying to find a nice flat back Invite in gentle movement here as we explore the shape. And start to settle in. Heels reach to the earth, though they don't have to touch. Start to walk the hands to the feet. A forward fold toward the back of the mat. The upper body hangs heavy. Hands can reach to the earth. Or you could grab opposite elbows to hang in ragdoll. And as you hold your forward fold, notice where the weight is sitting in the feet. You're all the way back on the heels. Shift the hips forward slightly. We want more of the weight sitting toward the front half of the foot. Maybe shake the head a little, yes and no. Find stillness. If you're holding elbows, go ahead and release the hands. We'll soften the knees, maybe take a generous bend in them. We root down and gently rise up. Come to Tadasana, our standing mountain pose, head over heart, arms alongside body. A little tuck of the chin to let the crown of the head reach tall. We'll inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice big inhale as we reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Big inhale draws us up. On the exhale this time, fold all the way down. Coming to our forward fold. Start to engage the core as we come to half lift. Hands to shins or thighs. Nice flat back as we gaze at the mat. Exhale as we release. Big inhale draws us up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll heel toe the feet a little wider, maybe just inside the edges of your mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to forward fold. Take a breath. Inhale, half lift. Navel draws in. Exhale as you release. We'll place the right hand underneath the head. If you have a block and you want to bring the earth a little closer to you, that's a great option here. We'll take a generous bend at the right knee as we rotate the body. Left hand journeys to the sky. Gaze can follow. I find that can help me with this twist, but it doesn't have to. Rotate through the ribs. Exhale as you bring the left hand down, swap it out. Left connects to the mat, right leg is straight. Generous bend in that left knee this time as we rotate. Right arm reaches to the sky. Try to keep that right arm straight up. I could feel mine kind of floating back. That may happen. Just gently readjust as you need. On the next exhale, bring the right hand back to the mat. We'll meet in forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Heel toe the feet together. Toes touching, heels touching as best you can. We'll take a generous bend in that knee, belly to thighs. Kind of like you're sitting in a chair. Legs will stay where they are as we lift the heart. Hands out in front of us, holding that giant beach ball. Our chair pose. If having the arms outstretched isn't serving you, bring hands to heart center. And feel more of the weight in the heels here. Strong legs, solid foundation. We'll press into the heels as we rise up. Arms back to side body. Take a breath. We'll take the feet back to hip width distance. Unless you prefer the toes together, heels together, yogi's choice. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. We'll start to walk the hands away from us as we come out to our high plank. You can lower to the knees in your plank if you like. We'll take a breath. Elbows tight to the body as we lower through chaturanga to the belly. Uncurl the toes. Inhale up to your cobra. That might be a baby cobra, might be a mid-lift. Maybe you're heading all the way to up dog today. Exhale as you release. Take a breath. We're going to inhale back up to that cobra. The gaze is forward. Feet stay connected to the mat. Gently release. We'll press up to an extended tabletop. Curl the toes. When you're ready, lift the knees, shift the hips, down dog, making any little adjustments you need to as you find your shape. Working to keep that flat back. Walk the hands back to the feet, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Nice big inhale will draw us back up as we reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice big inhale as we reach. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Walk the hands away. High plank, your variation. With control, lower down. Inhale up to your cobra. Exhale as you release, curl the toes, press the hips up and back. Down dog. We'll lower the knees, uncurl the toes, lower hips to heels. Child's pose, melt down to the mat. If having the knees near one another isn't serving you, could take them wide to the edges of the mat. A little extra space for the body to melt into. Find a little ease in the arms. Maybe that's a generous bend at the elbows. Maybe wrap them down alongside body. Take a moment here to check in. We'll start to walk the hands in and help us lift up. Rotate on to a favorite hip and return to whatever seated posture works for you today. We'll sit tall, Arms resting on the legs, in the lap, at our side. Right ear falls toward right shoulder. We'll bring chin to chest. And then gently journey left ear to left shoulder. Gently rotate chin to chest. And back to the opposite side. Once more, little chin to chest. And then landing on the opposite side. Bring the head back to center. Drop chin straight down to chest. And then with control, draw a line with the nose all the way up to the sky. We'll bring the gaze back to center as we look left and then right and back to center. Making little movements that feel good for you here as we round out our practice. Bringing hands together at heart center to seal it in. I encourage you to take kind thoughts, kind words, and those kind intentions with you from now until we meet again. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. I hope you had a wonderful practice. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I look forward to seeing you back on the mat next Tuesday morning. Bye, y'all.